Black Ops 7 early beta is here, and we need to go over the settings because they did change a lot of things inside the settings for console players and PC players. I'm level 15 ranked, so I spent like 4 or 5 hours kind of perfecting the settings and understanding what they changed, what needs to be fixed. So I'm going to run you through the settings so you have the best settings to experience the early access beta, and this will transfer over to the open beta on the 5th. But I wanted to get this out so you guys have the best settings. So let's start on the controller tab. So everything has been reset for Black Ops 7. So let me walk you through. I do 1.5 horizontal and vertical. It's normally set at 1.2, 1.2. So you're going to need to change those up and get them to where you were in Warzone or in BO6. Those settings are saved over there so you can go look if you don't know where you're at. I just know I run 1.5, 1.5. Then you're going to come down to controller vibration, turn that off. That will be on as default. Then we're going to go to dead zone inputs and hit X, and then we're going to go and change these because your left stick mid max, right sticks mid max, and triggers are all going to be jacked through the roof. I believe they put them at 15, 15, 13, and 13. And you're going to need to change those. So depending on your controller, I would recommend left stick minimum at 5, left stick max at 70. Right stick mid at 5, right stick max, leave that alone at 99, left trigger at 1, right trigger at 1. You don't want any delays in your trigger, and you don't want any delays in your stick, especially if you don't have stick drift. My sticks don't have that issue. So just those are settings you're gonna need right there for your dead zone inputs. So let's go over to aiming. Then you're gonna go down to aiming advanced settings. Make sure your aiming response curve type is dynamic. It's gonna be at standard, and you don't want it at standard, you want it on dynamic. Make sure your aim response curve slope scales at 1, okay? Then we're gonna back out. We're gonna go make sure target aim assist is on, and that's gonna be it for that tab. Let's go over to movement. Now your tactical sprint assist is gonna be off by default. You're gonna need to turn that on. Then hit more, and you're gonna make sure your sprint assist delay is at 0, sprint assist sideways on, sprint assist backwards on. That's gonna give you really fluid movement that you're used to in previous games, or if you're new to the title, then this will definitely give you fluid movement. Manual assist is going to be off. Crouch assist, this is going to be new this year. I went back and forth because you have crouch assist technical sprint. Keep in mind, there's no tac sprint in this game unless you put the perk on. So I tried off and on. I really like the off way of doing it. It just felt a little bit better. I like corner slicing on. It doesn't do anything to your aim, but I like how it does it. Wall jump assist. Tried a couple different versions of this. I leave it off. I don't think you need it on. Just hit A button when you're close to a wall and it'll bounce off the wall. You don't need to have it do it on its own. You want to be in control of that. Active roll assist is the same thing when you run combat roll. You want to run that as off. You don't want that animation. It's going to slow you down. I do tap to slide because I rarely dive. You can pick that on your own, but I don't do a whole lot there. You can do that on tap to slide there. I just do tap to slide. Sprint restore on, slide maintain sprint is on. Wingsuit activation is you don't really need because we're not there yet. In the campaign and all of that, you will need it, but we don't need it yet. Wall jump activation, you want to press, you don't want to hold. It's so slow. If you hold, you want to hit A and be good to go. Slide active roll behavior, tap to slide. Active roll camera, you can go third person or first person. I would recommend first person. Let's go to movement advanced settings. And there's a couple things in here you want to make sure that are on. Most of them are, but you just want to take a look. So it should be toggle, off, and it should be single tap sprint, trigger, and on. Then you want to back out, and then you want to go to combat. A couple things in here that are important. One, prioritize finishing move. You can switch that to body shield only. That's going to be personal preference. Don't worry about apply all on plates because there's no plates in multiplayer. Detonation is all at once. Equipment braver hold. Combat advanced settings. You want to go in here and make sure your weapon mount exit is instant, not short delay. You want to make sure that's instant, so do that. Your interact reload behavior, you want tap to reload because you are in multiplayer, you are not in Warzone. Mantle cancels reload, you want that off. You want you want that on. You don't want anything canceling reload. Sprint cancels reload off. And Kimbo behavior independent, and these are all default. So that's going to be under your controller settings. Then we're going to go to graphics. A couple things on graphics here. You're going to want NVIDIA on plus boost. And then you're going to want to make sure you have your custom frame limits unlimited. And then you want to go to quality. I have it under extreme because I was filming a video, and so I wanted it nice and extreme. What I would recommend is balanced, and then go to your upscaling and sharpening and fidelity FX cast. And then you want to turn this up the highest that either your PC or your console can handle. Most consoles can handle 70 to 80. On the PC, I would go 90. DLSS frame generation off, and all this is off. Scale target 70. Variable rate shading stays on. Texture resolution, I put that at normal. Depth of field, make sure that is off. You don't need that, it's gonna make it blurry. Normal, bullet impacts on, persistent effects on, shader quality medium, low texture streaming quality default. Shadow quality, put that at normal. Screen space resolution, I leave it at low. Medium for occlusion, screen space lighting, screen space reflections, I leave those to normal. And I leave the static reflections on high. Terrain quality, medium, everything medium. I would go low on the physics quality and the weather grid. Now on the view, this is where it changes a little bit too. So you don't need any of the motion reduction presets. The arachnophobia mode, it's gonna do it. It's gonna swap the models of the vermin, zombies, and spider modes to friendly variants, just in case you have arachnophobia, which I thought was very sweet. FOV, you're gonna be 90 out the box. So I would recommend. I was playing with it. I really liked right around 110 to 105 on multiplayer. So hit that to 110 right there, 105. Weapon field of view, you're gonna want wide. Affected ADS, default vehicle field of view, wide. Not a whole lot going on with vehicles here, so I wouldn't really worry about it. World motion blur off, weapon motion blur off. Those are on by default. I don't know why. First person camera movement, at least 50%. Third person camera movement, 50%. And then that should take care of that category. Now you want to go into audio. And I was playing with the audio mixes today, and the biggest thing I liked, I really enjoyed, obviously make sure you're stereo, but Treyarch mix. It was really good. I went through all of them, tried them all out on the stream today. I was live on Twitch for about 4 hours, on YouTube and TikTok. So if you ever want to catch a live stream, catch me live on those Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. But I tried them all out on a stream, and me and chat really enjoyed Treyarch mix. We thought that was good. So mute game when minimized off. Mute licensed music. I do that because I stream, and so I don't want to get DMA'd on that. I reduced tinnitus sound on, and then I like the classic hit marker. I like the way it sounds. It's like the old nostalgic. So all this will be normal. You don't really need to change any of your voice chat. That should be good, unless you want to turn it off. Now, interface, not a whole lot here, but there is some really important ones. One is your color customization. You're gonna wanna go in and change this. So I have mine, I use myself as yellow, my team as kind of bluish color, and then the enemy as red. Now I go in and change this because I can't see color that well. I am colorblind. If you've been around the channel for a while, you know that I am. So I usually put my my enemy team is yellow. It stands out for me. It's easier for me to see. Then you wanna go to color filter and do color filter 2. And then you want that on world, intensity 100, and interface color intensity 100 as well. It's gonna make it bright, vibrant, easy to see everybody as well. Your gameplay HUD, you can go in and change all of this. So this is gonna be personal preference, guys. You can turn off like the illumination field and everything like that, which is cool. The bounds on which you see everything left to right, a lot of people like to bring that in so then you don't have to look as far when you're looking at the mini map. I love the HUD this year. It looks great, clean. It's really nice. Then you wanna go down to, you wanna go to crosshair lines, make sure they're on, then hit more, and then make sure the spread is on. Then you want crosshair dot on, and then hit more, and then you want to go ahead dot scale largest, real easy to see. And then you want to change your color to yellow. So you want to go and just move this over. Well, I do yellow because it's easier for me to see, but I like yellow just because, again, colorblind, so it makes it a ton easier. When I'm aiming down sight on an enemy, now I will have bright yellow crosshairs that I can see, and then I will hit apply. And then I will have that hit marker visuals on, damage based hit markers on. So that gives you a nice here. On the quick settings, I would say go in, play with these, something you can star and make sure you can get easily to. and you'll need to change out those settings. But those are the settings for the Black Ops 7 multiplayer beta for console and PC. Run through them real quick for you. Wanted to make sure you got it. Like I said, spent 4 or 5 hours. And hey guys, if you want more videos from me, go ahead, hit or touch the screen now. Check out these videos right here. And if you want, if you have time, hit the hype button, hit the like button, and hit subscribe, because I really appreciate it and it really goes a long way. And I will catch you in the next video. Thanks guys.